Dr. Jeff talks love. Dr. Jeff talks life. Answers your questions, cuts through the strife. Sex and intimacy, real and true. Evidence-based, made just for you.
Hello, welcome to Dr. Jeff Talks about Sex and Intimacy, and I'm your host, Dr. Jeffrey Albaugh. You are tuned into my episode 59 on the 5 love languages, understanding and connecting in relationships. I want to take a moment to sincerely thank you for joining us live or on the recording. I am so truly grateful for each and every one of our listeners. So thank you. You're why this podcast exists. We're out there on social media. We are on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on X. We're on LinkedIn. And so please, if you are on X and you have a question, just jump over to YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, or StreamYard, and you can ask those questions. Also, if you're a Facebook person, don't forget, follow us, because the more people that follow us, the more things we can do on Facebook. And we appreciate you following us. So thank you. All right. We are on the website. Please go to the website where you can watch the awesome previous episodes with all our great guests. They're all there. There's a year's worth of them. You can also pull up the calendar and see what's coming up next, what kind of exciting things that we have coming up for you. So please go to the website. You can listen to us. We're where you are, in your car, wherever you are. If you're working out with your favorite music streaming service like Spotify, Amazon Music, or iHeartRadio, take us with you. We can be right there with you, and you can be learning as you're exercising or taking your road trip. I want to remind you, as I always do at this point, that all are welcome. Whatever your sexual orientation, your gender identity, or your relationship style, you are welcome here in this space. We're so glad you're here. The goal of the podcast is pretty simple. It is just to empower and enlighten you with evidence-based, that scientific information that you can trust to improve your sexual health, to deepen your loving relationships, so you can live your one miraculous, wholehearted life. Today we're diving into a topic that shows up in almost every relationship. I work with many, many couples, and this really does show up. We're going to talk about the 5 love languages. Now, these simple concepts can completely change the way we understand our partners and ourselves and the world around us, our world of intimacy. We often assume that the way we give love is the way others feel loved. But in reality, every person has their own unique language for connection. When partners don't speak the same one, even couples with deep affection can experience frustration, disconnect, or resentment. So today's episode is all about making love feel clear, not confusing. I'll walk you through each love language: words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Now, those aren't the only love languages. There are more, but those are the top love languages, and those are the 5 love languages that we're going to go through. We're going to talk about how they show up, why do they matter, and how you can identify with and which one resonates most with you and which one resonates most with your partner. This isn't about labeling people or sticking them in boxes. It's about giving you practical tools to make the emotional and intimate parts of your relationship stronger, kinder, and more fulfilling. So, whether you're in a long-term partnership, dating, or just wanting to better understand your own needs, this is a great place to start. So let's jump into this important podcast. All right. Now, The 5 love languages. All right. First of all, love is expressed and received in different ways. And we all have unique ways. So this isn't to categorize or try to generalize, but it's to help us understand better. But it is expressed and received in different ways. Each of us expresses and receives it in different ways. But miscommunication may occur when partners speak different languages. If your primary language is different, you think to yourself, oh my gosh, I love words of affirmation. So certainly my partner does. And that's what you continue to give them when they really want physical touch or they really want a different love language. So we often base the world around us on the world within us. Our love language, our primary love language, and we speak all these love languages, might be different than our partners. So, this concept was introduced and developed by Dr. Gary Chapman. It is research-based. His 1992 book, The 5 Love Languages, The Secret to Love That Lasts, is still a sought-after, wonderful book. And it's used in couple therapy with couples, and many people use it as a tool in their own relationship. Today, we're going to explore those 5 love languages and how to apply them and help build a better, deeper relationship using them. Now, if you want to find the 5 love languages, you can see at the bottom of this screen. That's where you find it, 5lovelanguages.com. And so, what are the love languages? Well, the 5 love languages are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Those are the 5 love languages. So words of affirmation. What are words of affirmation? Words of affirmation are very important. We all want to feel seen, heard, and valued. And so words of affirmation are just, kind words to each other. We all need more kindness and love. So putting those kind words into the world. Thinking of true, authentic things you feel about your partner and saying them. Telling your partner, you look especially beautiful today in that. Or sometimes it could be a fun note that you write to them and slip into their lunch. My wife and I often, when I'm traveling or she's traveling without each other, I put little notes in her suitcase and things like that. It can be a note. It can be a verbal affirmation. It can be any of those things. Everyone wants to feel seen, heard, and valued. And hearing those words can be very important to some people. And some people find that those words of affirmation are their primary love language. The second love language is acts of service, doing things for other people. This can be really important as well. Some people feel love with the words of affirmation. Some people feel love with acts of service, doing things for me. Your actions speak volumes to me. So that may be the primary love language for you or your partner. What's an act of service? It's little things you do. It's, for example, you stopped by Panera and you got your partner their very favorite treat from Panera, or you stopped by the wonderful coffee shop and got them what they really love, or you know that they hate doing the dishes and you did the dishes for them that night. It's things that you do. You cleaned up the house. Something your partner would really love. Think about it. It should be meaningful, and that is an act of service you did for them. There's so many things you can do, and it doesn't have to cost any money to do things for people. So what could you do for your partner that would be really meaningful to them? That's an act of service. And if that's their primary love language, that's the one you want to speak to them. Now, what if it's your primary love language? Then you need to help your partner understand all the love languages are important. But for me, my primary love language is acts of service. And it's so meaningful when you do things for me, when your actions tell me that you love me. And that's what acts of service are. Receiving gifts. Now, gifts don't have to be expensive. Gifts don't have to be things that cost a lot of money. But receiving gifts can be really, really important too. Some people, this is their love language. They love getting things. Maybe they love unwrapping those gifts. Maybe they love being surprised by them. Maybe they just enjoy getting a gift. What is a meaningful gift that you could give your partner that would mean a lot to them? It's funny when I think about in my relationship, My wife does not like to spend money, does not like to buy things. And so I finally convinced her. My wife is like the ultimate greatest dishwasher loader in the universe. And she loves having a dishwasher and doesn't like to do dishes by hand. And when we moved into our condo, we had an old dishwasher that she didn't like. I would hear her grumble and mumble and complain about it. So I finally convinced her, we are going to get a dishwasher. We're going to pick the one you love. And honestly, I hear her say all the time, I love this dishwasher. And we've had the dishwasher for many, many years now. So what is a meaningful gift? And it can be small things. It can be something small that you think of that you're like, she would really like this bookmarker. Or can you make them something? That would be an amazing gift. I love homemade gifts. Those are so meaningful. What would be a meaningful gift for your partner? And if that's their love language, then that's what you want to speak into your relationship. Quality time. Gosh, I can't think of anything better that you could do for your partner and show more love than give them your complete, undivided time and attention. My wife reminds me, do not talk to me when you're multitasking. Give me your full attention. And she's 1,000% right. One of the greatest gifts we can give anybody, but especially the person whose love language is quality time, is our undivided attention. Think about the world we live in. You go to restaurants, you see people on phones. They're not engaging. They're not making eye contact, which increases dopamine. Science shows that eye-to-eye engagement raises dopamine. It makes you more loving towards your partner. It makes you want to bond more with your partner. So quality time is so important. Put down your phone, turn off your phone, turn off your TVs, turn off your screens, and give your partner your undivided attention. Maybe, and you can do that in many, many ways, and have a discussion. One of my couples I love, they called it pillow talk, and they would lay in bed and just talk about things. It could be any subject, but just talk about things. When you're in the car on a trip, do you take that time to spend some quality time? When my wife and I were first married, we had this book that we had gotten on working on relationships, and we would pull it out. It was under the seat and work on it when we were on road trips. That can be some great quality time. You could sit on the beach together and just enjoy a beautiful view, or whatever it is that you enjoy, stepping into nature together and experiencing it together. Now, things like a movie or something that you do parallel play is not really going to give you quality time. You can use that as part of your quality time, but then maybe afterwards engage with each other directly and have a great conversation about the movie or the music you listen to. Because if you're experiencing a concert or a movie or something, that's more of parallel play that you're doing together, which is really important and could be quality time, but then maybe add a little extra time to process it together, to talk about it, to have a meaningful conversation about it. That can be really powerful. So quality time. What about physical touch? And that doesn't mean sex necessarily. That could be just a hug, the way you touch the small of your partner's back when they walk into the room, or you kiss the back of their neck when they're at the sink, or you just wrap your arms around them and hug them for no reason, or whatever that physical touch is. It can be sex and intimacy, but it doesn't have to be. But how do you physically show your partner, I love you? What is the way you physically show them? That's physical touch. If that's your language, then your partner needs to understand that. If that's your partner's language, you need to think of, how can I put more physical touch, show physically what I feel towards my partner on a daily basis. You're like, well, I can't remember. Well, put it in your phone. Put a reminder in there. And when that certain ding dings, you remember, oh yeah, I want to remember today to put physical touch into my partner's life because it's so important to them. When you come or go, do you kiss them goodbye or hug them or whatever feels comfortable? Is there a physical gesture that you do? So physical touch, that's another love language. Okay, so we talked about 5 love languages, and that's the 5 love languages. That's not the only love languages, and it's not the only thing you want to work on putting into your relationship. But knowing you and your partner's primary love language can help you communicate better and put more love into your relationship. So how do you identify your love language? Well, you can actually go to that website I showed you earlier, and you can identify it that way. That's one way that you can do it. So you can go to the website, and you can do a quiz. They have quizzes on the website that you can do. And that's really important, because then you can identify your love language and your partner. Now, that may change in your life too. So you can go back and do the quiz anytime you want on that 5lovelanguages.com website. And then how do you use the love languages in your relationship? That's really important too, because those love languages, you want them to show up in your relationship. You use them with the way you communicate with each other, how you pour love into your relationship, and what you do together. So that's how you put it and work it into your relationship. Nothing replaces working with a therapist if you'd like to have an even better relationship. You don't have to choose to go to a couple therapists because you're in crisis. Even better, go when you just like to build up the foundation and strengthen your relationship. Go before your one foot is out the door. Even when you think there's slight problems, finding a good couples relationship can help. And they can work on the 5 love languages and communication with you, because communication is a central part of what we do in relationships. So in summary, everyone gives and receives love differently. But Dr. Chapman did some research and came up with the 5 main love languages, which we've explored today. Understanding the love languages, yours and your partner's, can deepen and help you communicate and put more love into your relationship, and hopefully make your relationship better. Practice empathy, practice love, practice all these things, because in the end, that's what is going to make your relationship the best it can be. The 5 love languages is just another tool to help you move forward in the best possible way with your relationship. I hope that you find them helpful, and I hope this is yet another tool you can have in your toolbox to strengthen and enrich that beautiful relationship you have with that person you love, and to pour more love in. Well, as we always do, I'm going to go to our centering exercise now. And with that centering exercise, we are going to do a little bit of earthing like we always do. Before we wrap up, I invite you to take a moment to settle into your body and shift from learning into feeling. From learning into feeling. If you're able, gently place both your feet on the ground. Let your hands rest comfortably in your lap. And if it feels safe, close your eyes if you feel safe doing that. Take a slow deep breath in, and exhale fully, letting your shoulders soften. As you breathe, bring to mind someone you care about deeply. Your partner, a close friend, or even yourself. Loving yourself is so important. Imagine them standing in front of you, calm and open. Notice what it feels like to hold them in your awareness without needing to fix anything or get anything perfect. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, silently offer yourself this question: what helps me feel loved? What helps me feel loved? Let the answer arise gently, without judgment. What helps me feel loved? Now ask, what helps them feel loved? The person I love, what helps them feel loved? What helps them feel loved? Again, no pressure, no performance, just curiosity. What helps them feel loved? With your next breath, imagine a small bridge forming between you and this person. A connection rooted in understanding, in kindness, and the desire to show up for everyone, for each other, for one another, in ways that truly land and are meaningful to each other. Take one more slow breath in and release it. Allow gratitude to settle in your chest for the capacity to love and for the courage to understand yourself and others more deeply. Let that resonate in your body. When you're ready, gently open your eyes and carry this sense of connection with you as you move through the rest of your day. Vic, what's up next week on Dr. Jeff Talks About Sex and Intimacy?
Pelvic pain can leave men feeling confused, frustrated, and alone. And it often affects far more than the body. Sexual confidence, relationships, and emotional well-being frequently take a hit. Joining Dr. Jeff is Dr. Suzanne Qualish, a trailblazer in male pelvic health, to explore why male pelvic pain happens, how it disrupts sexual wellness, and what men can do to heal. Join us on February 24th at 7 p.m. Central Time to learn more.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today for Dr. Jeff Talks About Sex and Intimacy. I hope that you learned so much from the 5 love languages, and I hope that it enriches and enlightens you to have a deeper, more wonderful relationship with that wonderful person that you love so much, even if that person is yourself. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye.
Who's Dr. Jeff Talks About Sex